Welcome back to Silverman Running, a running channel dedicated to my running journey. And yeah, so I am 1 week out from having run the Uwharrie 100, a 100 mile and 100 kilometer race in the forest of Uwharrie in North Carolina. I did the 100 kilometer, 62 miles, and I am feeling pretty good. Been thinking about what's next on my running agenda. Been thinking I want to just keep up a good base, a solid running base, and just run for the joy of running. And then thinking about different races that are coming up in the winter and springtime, and got a few of them that I've been thinking about. Nothing on the books yet, but thinking about what's next in my running journey. And been watching a lot of my favorite YouTubers, running YouTubers, and listening to a couple running podcasts. And there was some language that has been used that I just did not understand. So I had to look it up. So this video is dedicated to running lingo. Some of those words or terminology include splits. Like, I know what a split is, but then again, I'm like, I don't know what a split is, especially when I heard this guy talk about negative splits. And next thing I know, I hear another guy talk about negative splits. And then I hear another guy talk about negative splits. And I'm like, what in the heck is a negative split? Then I realized there are also things called positive splits and even splits. And okay, I don't know what this is, so I gotta figure it out. There's some other words, like, for example, fartlek. Like, I hear that and I don't know what that is. I kind of know what that is, but I don't know what that is. Taper, I know what a taper is because I've done it, but there's other terminology like sweeper, bandit, cadence, threshold, intervals. Yeah, and then there's some acronyms that I actually had to look up some of them, not all of them, because I know what some of them are, but I'm sure not everybody knows what they are. Words such as DNF, DNS, DFL, DOMS, FKT, PR, PB. Yeah, so if you're a newbie and you hear these words after this video, you will now know what they are. Alright, first on the list is splits. You gotta, what is a split? And there is, I guess, 3 categories: negative, positive, and even. Okay, so a split is, let's say you're running 26.2 miles, a marathon, and you are measuring your splits. That means you are measuring a split at mile 1, mile 2 is another split, mile 3 is another split, mile 4 is another split, mile 5 is another split. That's it. Negative split, it's when you divide your race in half. When you go 26.2 for a whole race, you run slower the first half of the race, and you run faster the second half of the race. That's a negative split. Positive split, it's the opposite of that. You run fast the first half of the race, and you run slow the second half of the race. Not what people really want to do. Most people want to run a negative split. Even split is when it's even the whole way through. Now I know. So here's another one that confused the heck out of me. Cadence. What is cadence? Cadence is the number of steps you take in a given period of time, usually per minute. So it's also known as your stride turnover. How many steps are you taking? What is your stride? How many steps are you taking? That's what it is, basically. I think there are watches, wearables that can help measure that. And so usually when you overstride, you're overstepping. You land heel first. A good way to fix your cadence is to fix your form. Have proper running form where your foot strike is directly underneath your body. Here's another one that got me. Interval training. So I see this on training plans and I'm like, what the heck is this? So interval training, it's basically running slow for a set period of time and then running fast for a set period of time. You're gonna run a slow mile, fast mile, slow mile, fast mile. Here are also two different numbers that got me. 400 meter, 800 meter. Because I hear people talk about, well, I ran the 800 meter or I've got this workout to do intervals at 800 meter and then 400 meter this, and I'm like, what in the heck is that? So 400 meter is one lap around a track. 800 meter is 2 laps around the track. In other words, 400 meter is a quarter of a mile. 800 meter is half a mile. Now that I know, I'm like, I can actually learn from these runners what they're talking about and how to actually train properly according to this downloadable PDF that I found randomly on the internet. All right, let's get into some acronyms. DNF, did not finish. DNS, did not start. I guess a did not finish is better than a did not start, but you never know what people, why they didn't start, and you never know why they didn't finish. Anyway. DFL is dead, the F word, last. Dead F last. Dead freaking last. Dead pickle last. Dead fickle last. Anyway, you're last. Dead last. DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness. That's what DOMS is. DOMS. I got the DOMS. Basically, it's that muscle soreness that hits you like 2 or 3 days after the workout. FKT, fastest known time. I got a PR. I got a personal record. Or I got a PB. I got a personal best. So that funny word fartlek, it actually means that you're going to run slow, run fast, run slow, run fast again, run faster, run slower, run slow, run fast, and you just mix it up. Very similar to threshold intervals, which I don't know the difference, honestly. And then here's 2 little words that one of them, bandit, the other one, sweeper. Bandit is a person who runs a race but didn't sign up for that race. He's a bandit, or she is a bandit. They are a bandit. A sweeper is that guy who's sweeping the course. He's the last person, usually not a runner, but he is sweeping the people off the course, basically, I guess. If there's a 6-hour cutoff at a marathon, the sweeper is coming by, making sure that last person is either on pace or they just needed to stop, go home. I actually found out what a sweeper is because I got to run with one. Yep, came in last, very, very last. Well, this is definitely not an exhaustive list. This is just a few of the terms that I had to research and look up and kind of get better clarity as to what they are, what they mean, and I thought, hey, why don't I just make a little silly video explaining some of these terms to kind of help, you, if you didn't know, now you know. You could have probably just easily Googled it, which you probably did, and found this video, and if it's not very helpful, I'm sorry. If it is, yeah, great. Anyhow, future videos, future content, I'll probably do some more videos, probably document some more of my journey, running journey, and I'll be able to use some of these big words from now on. And hopefully this video will help you understand what some of those words are, because I heard them being thrown around and I didn't know for myself, and I've been running for a while. So anyhow, well, that's that. Catch you later.